Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jade, if you don't know. I'm making this quick YouTube video just to kind of ease people's feelings about getting their lashes done. Since I've become a lash artist, I've had a ton of people reach out to me and ask me about what it is, how the process is, just generally what it is exactly. So I'm making this video just to kind of ease some of that anxiety and let you guys know how easy it is to maintain your lashes. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to write me in the comments, message me, text message me if you have my phone number, or email me, and I'll put my email down below. Alright guys, so I am a certified lash artist. I have been certified under BZB Lashes. You can also look her up on Instagram. It was such a great class. I did love it a lot, learned a lot, but I had to do a lot of my own research in order to. But I had to do a lot of my own research. I wanted to make sure that I knew exactly how to do lashing on people, how to make sure that I am taking care of your natural lashes, making sure that I'm taking care of the overall health of your lashes. And basically the care of it, researching what's in the glue, what's the proper products to use, what the proper tools to use. So that was one of my main goals before I wanted to open my business, and that's kind of how I did that. I kind of wanted to take this time in this video to explain the process that I use in particular when I do a full set for the very first time for a client, or when I do a fill. I am going to cut to some actual footage of me doing those things, but yeah, again, if you have any questions, just let me know. So I wanted to explain some of the products that I use. Obviously, starting out in my lash career, I am trying a bunch of new things. I am going to be trying different brands. I'm going to be trying different products that might evolve and work better at certain times. I'm always researching. I'm always trying to do and know the kind of like the best techniques, the best processes to use for my clients. So what I show today, I might not be using in a week, in a couple of months, but it is what I'm using right now. It is so far the best products that I know of as of right now. So if you come to see me for the very first time for a full set, what's gonna happen is you'll obviously lay on my lash bed, and I will show you that in a second. So you'll lay on my lash bed. I have a very comfy pillow for you to lay your head on. The process does take about an hour to an hour and a half for the very first set, depending on if you want something with volume, if you want something that's classic look. So that's why I made sure that I had a very comfortable bed. My bed has a foam topper on it, which is the best investment that I've ever had. It has a very soft, smooth blanket, and the pillow is like a memory foam. So that's kind of the main thing that I wanted on my bed. And then there's also a blanket that you can put on top of yourself if you're feeling cold or something like that. And then I have this extra little pillow too that you can kind of stick. It says Sparkle. I got it at Target, that you can put underneath your back or underneath your legs just to make sure that you're feeling comfortable. So yeah, that's the first step. You come in, I say hi, and then you lay on the lash bed. So the next thing that I would do is just kind of talk to you about your lashes, how you take care of your lashes, what kind of makeup that you wear. You definitely want to make sure that you use oil-free products if you get your lashes done, because anything with oil in it is going to make your lashes fall out. Okay, so once you're settled and on the bed, I go ahead and start off by putting little gel pads on your lower lash line. This is just going to help to make sure that I separate your lower lash line from your top lash line so that they don't glue together when I do your lashes. There are a few little sneaky little baby ones that kind of pop up, and sometimes they do get glued together, so then when you try to open your eye you have a hard time, which is then when I have to try to get them apart. If it's easy enough for me to kind of separate on their own, then I do that. But yeah, so a gel pad that I use I use Lash Makers a lot. This is one of a pretty, you know, infamous brand right now in the lash industry, and they have their little gel eye pads. I do have some from Amazon that I bought, which I love, which is like this. It's a hydro gel patch, looks like that. So basically what happens is, like I said, is I open it like this, and this is what it looks like. And basically I just put this underneath your eye, and it's very nice and super soothing underneath the eye. It really just feels like a little facial for the underneath your eye. If there are a little bit of stragglers, I do tend to tape those down as well. I used to use a micro pore tape, but I use a very gentle tape. So I use a very gentle tape that is not harmful to the skin, so when I remove it, it doesn't hurt. You don't really feel it that much, but I just make sure that I get like a medical grade tape. This one I actually use, I've tried several, and I love this one. This one is from a company called Meraki Lashes, and it's so nice and smooth, and when it comes off the skin, it just glides right off, so it doesn't hurt at all. So there is that. And then I also just recently purchased this one from the Lash Professional, which I love that company as well. It's kind of more of a plastic tape, but it's nice and thin as well. Anyways, you don't really care what tape I use, but I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of background on what I use. This is my baby. For those of you who don't know, my youngest is Amaya. She has lashes on her shirt. And she's just hanging out with me while I make this video. So I put your gel patches on to separate your top and your bottom lashes, just to make sure that you are safe and you're protected. So then after that, I would probably, if you are a brand new client, I would prime your lashes. So right now what I use is a primer. I have a few different primers. I have this primer that I just recently purchased at the Face and Body Expo, and this is from the Lash Professional, and it is a primer. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like that. And then I grab a little wand that looks like this. It has a little kind of, you know, little cottony little tips at the top there. So it looks like this. I grab 2 of them. I apply a very small amount on probably just one of them, and then I go through your lashes and just kind of rub them on there, but not too close to the lash line. And the reason why artists do this part of it is because we want to take off the proteins that are on your lashes. It takes off the proteins off your lashes, and this kind of or any oils or anything like that, and that is because for retention. So once I start putting the lashes on there, you need a very clean slate of lashes so that they don't start falling off and they kind of stick to the lashes better. Okay, so after I prep and prime your lashes to get ready for the application, and just to let you guys know, the primers do not hurt. They are just there to, you know, like I said, take the oils and the proteins off your natural lashes just so that your lash glue can stick better. After I do that, then we are pretty much ready to apply your lashes. I do use tools that look like this. I have one hand separating your lashes. These aren't the exact tools that I use, but they're pretty much tweezers. And so I'm separating lashes with one hand, and I'm picking up lashes with this hand and applying it onto your lashes kind of like this. So I'm using both of my hands with 2 different tweezers. And I'll show you my little organizer down here so you can kind of see what I have there. But then after that, we apply the lashes. So currently I am using a Meraki lash palette that looks like this. This is how I kind of what I use to take the lashes off. They come in a little rectangle. They come in a little package, but I take them out and put them on here. I feel like it's a little bit easier for me to grab. So I have all the sizes on here. I'll explain the curl and the sizes in just a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to show you what I have here, and I'll show you my little container that I have down here. All right, so when I, as a lash artist, purchase the lashes, they come in little containers like this. This is one of my favorite brands right now. It's called Rocky Lashes, and the Lash Professional is another one. I also use BZB lashes for my classic lashing, and also Borboleta, which I know you probably are like, huh, I don't know who all those are, but they're very good, reputable brands. So I just wanted to briefly kind of go over the different sizes and different curls that these lashes come in, just in case, to keep you guys a little bit more informed, so that when you come see me or another lash artist, you can be like, I want a D curl in this size and this diameter, just so that you're aware. I know a lot of you who are new aren't gonna really know, and you're gonna tell me to give you the size and the curl that is good for you, which I will definitely do every single time to kind of enhance your natural eye shape. So I will do that, but just in case, for those of you ladies who are a little bit more versed in getting lash extensions, you know, yeah, I just want to let you know. So there are several different types of curls. There are some that I don't even know exist currently, but I just wanted to kind of explain the basics. So there are different curls to achieve different looks. There are different curls to enhance different eye shapes. So I won't really dive too deep into it, but basically there's like an L curl, B, C, D, D plus, C plus, CC. So there's a ton of different like curls to eyelashes, just to kind of achieve the look that you want. Some people want them super curly, some people want them less curly, so that they could be a little bit more natural looking. Okay, and then so there are also different lash lengths. So, you know, the lash lengths can go from anywhere from 6 all the way up to, I don't know, I think I've seen them up to like 22, 23. And basically you just want a length on your lashes to get the look that you want. You can achieve a very natural look. You can achieve a very dramatic, long look. You know, and then there's also different diameters of lashes. So you can do the classic lash set, which is a thicker diameter, but that just means one lash per lash, one of your natural lashes. And basically what that means is that you're achieving this very natural look on your lashes. And then there is also the volume look, which you are getting a smaller diameter, and you're putting, you know, anywhere from, you know, mega volume can go up to, you know, 10 or 15 lashes, I think, on one natural lash, but it's safe because you're using a very tiny diameter. So that's the difference between those two. So once we decide a good diameter of a lash and also a length, I do create different looks with different sizes of lashes. I use a smaller one on the inner corner, a longer one on the outer corner to achieve like a cat eye look. For an open eye, which is good for smaller eyes, I use like a longer length in the middle, which is something that I currently have, and then, you know, a smaller length on the inner corner, gradually going to length in the middle, smaller out on the outside. But basically there's a ton of different ways to shape your eyes with the lashes and the length and the diameter of the lash. So yeah, that's something that I work on. And then, so basically after that is the glue that I get ready on your lash. So currently I use a few different glues. Sorry, my baby. Okay. So currently I use a few different glues. Right now I'm using the Sugar Lash Elite Adhesive. I also use the Lash Professional Pro Adhesive. I also, which is one of my favorites and has been proven to have the most retention, is the Lash Makers glue. It is the Pure Bond, and it is literally one of the best things on the market right now, so that's why I use it. But basically those are the ones that I use right now, and I use a very small amount of it, so you're not getting a whole glob of glue onto your natural lash. So basically, you know, I have my little lash tray, which, let me get it out again. So I have my little lash tray, and I basically just pick up, you know, if I'm using a very small diameter, I'll pick up more than one. If I'm using a bigger one, so I'm using more of a natural look, I only pick up, you know, or I'm sorry, you know what I mean, one or more than one. And I pick up, you know, a lash like this, and then I dip a very small amount of glue onto the end of this, and then I separate your natural lash with my other tweezer, and then I place it on. And it's not touching your skin, it's basically just hugging your natural lash, and that helps to not ruin your natural lashes. Nothing's getting ruined. I'm not pulling out your lashes, so when you are done with your, you know, your lash extensions, you're not going to see bald spots in your lashes. They're not going to make your lashes fall out. It basically, the education behind lash extensions is basically that, you know, every 90 days your lashes go through a cycle. So, you know, you grow a new lash, it becomes a baby, then it becomes an adult, I'm sorry, like a teenager, and then an adult, and then it falls off. So, you know, in a week, you can lose 2 to 3 lashes in 1 week. The icing on the cake, or I don't know if this is a positive thing or a negative thing, but when you get close to your monthly time, you lose more lashes. Or if you're pregnant and you have all those hormones, you do tend to lose more lashes. So I remember when I was pregnant, I would always get my lashes done. I mean, girl, at any time when you're like pregnant, you're just trying to do whatever you can to feel as cute as you can. So I remember doing my lashes a lot. Okay, so basically I am creating, if you want a more voluminous look, I am creating little fans, individual fans to stick on one natural lash. If you want a classic lash or like a more natural lash, then I'm taking one lash and putting it on one natural lash. So basically I do that process until we have completed a full look for you that you love and you enjoy. Once we're done with that, we're pretty much done. And then I take off your gel patches. I do a little nano mist on you. Basically the aftercare of when you get your lashes done, you want to not get them wet for 24 hours, but because I nano mist, you can get them wet after 4 hours, which is something I just implemented into my business, you know, after going to the Face and Body Expo. Just in case if you were curious, I do disinfect my tools with some barbicide. Okay, so basically that is the process for a full set. After you're done with that, then we just kind of explain this a little bit more aftercare instructions, and then you're all done. And again, depending on how voluminous or how much volume you want on your lashes, it could take, you know, I've done lashes in about 30 minutes to 45 minutes up to about an hour and a half, 2 hours, just depending on how much volume that you want. When you come back to see me, one of the things that I feel like might set me apart a little bit, I know a lot of other lash artists do it too, some don't, but I give you a little lash bath, and I'm currently using the Los Angeles box, Lash Bubbly, I guess is what it's called. It's a lash shampoo. Basically, I stick it on 2 little brushes. They're like little makeup brushes with like a flat head tip, and then I put a little bit, and then I clean through your lashes to give them a good deep clean. Just generally because when you have your lashes on, you don't you know, you don't really want to rub your eyes too much. I mean, I get it, you guys. I totally love to rub my eyes. You know, I love to, you know, get in there too, but I noticed that it's really not that high maintenance of a look when you have it. I know a lot of people won't like touch their eyes, or they won't clean their eyes when they have it, but that's a huge mistake. That is a huge mistake. You want to clean your lashes when you have them on to make sure that they stay on longer. When you don't touch them, or like you make them like really high maintenance, is when they start falling off more, because you're getting like sleep in between your lashes, and that's what makes it fall out faster. So deep cleaning it at home is a huge thing. So if you have 2 clean makeup brushes like this, or maybe even just one, you know, if you have any babies at home, or if you don't, you just want a very gentle shampoo or something like that, like a baby wash. So I use, obviously I have a baby still, so I use like a Johnson & Johnson baby soap, and I just, you know, put a little bit on my hand, put some water on it, and just lather it up, pick up the foam from that, and then just go ahead and go in on my lashes, get them nice and clean, and then I'll just rinse it like with a little water bottle and just you know, gently clean them and then pat them dry. So again, that just helps with retention, helps your lashes to last longer. And that's what I give you when you come to get a fill. So when you want to come in to get a fill is every 2 to 3 weeks, or when your lashes get down to 40%, but nothing less than that. Anything less than 40% is basically like, you know, a new full set. But you want to be sure that, you know, just to keep your lashes up looking like nicely how you want them to look, you want to come back at that time. And again, only because your lashes have, your natural lashes have a cycle. They fall out. You don't really notice them because they're so small. But when you have a lash extension attached to it, you're like, oh my gosh, my lashes are falling out. And that's just not the case with the lash extensions. The lash extensions are not making your eyelashes fall out. That is your normal lash growth. Again, so bottom line, you guys, the lash extension process is painless. It is, you know, if anything, when you come to see me and you get your lashes done, you're like, girl, I don't know if I have an hour to spare. It's just in like an hour or so of your day, you can take a nap. A lot of people who come to my lash bed and just fall asleep because your eyes are closed, so why not fall asleep? So I know a lot of you mommies are out there who are exhausted. You can just come here and take a nap, and when you wake up, you have big beautiful eyelashes or natural beautiful eyelashes. So yeah, it's a little self-care, a little bit of something to take care of yourself and make sure that you feel your best at all times. The best thing about lashes, I feel like for me, is just that I get to wake up and not have to do a whole lot on my face to feel like I'm awake. And you know, it's not a superficial thing, you guys. Like, I love everything in the beauty industry. I love, you know, makeup and hair and fashion, but for me, it's not superficial. For me, and I guess, you know, for everybody too, it's you know, if you look good, you feel good. You know what I mean? I feel like when we stop taking care of ourselves and we're like, you know, we feel like we're too good to do those things, like we have too much other important things to think about than what we wear on our body, you know, and, you know, what we put on our face and stuff like that. It's not that I'm saying you need to have lashes, you need to put makeup on, you need to, you know, but combing your hair and putting on cute clothes and putting whatever it is that you want on your face, or nothing at all. If you have that gorgeous natural skin, it's so beautiful. It's just all about taking care of yourself and making yourself feel as beautiful as you are, because there's so, like I keep saying in a lot of my videos, there's so much negativity, there's so much hate, so much just people trying to bring you down, and the most important thing in that time is to make sure that you feel comfortable with who you are, so that you can make yourself feel stronger, and you know, with God's grace and His glory and His strength, you know, obviously He is the one that is there for you, but you are the only one that can change your life. No one else is gonna do it for you. So whatever it is, girl, if it's the clothes, if it's your hair, if it's your lashes, whatever it is, to make you feel good, do it. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to let me know. I am gonna do some more lash videos like this, just to kind of show you a little bit more details about what I do, and how much I love it, the techniques that I use, just so that you can see how awesome and pain-free that it is, that it's supposed to be. So yeah, comment below if you have any questions, or message me and I am happy to answer them. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye.